10 crore corpus, that's what we're discussing today. And no, it's not unachievable. If you plan well, if you invest wisely, you can achieve that target. Mohit Gang of Moneyfront is here to tell us. Someone of my age, perhaps if I start late, right? If I've just started my journey, to get that 10 crore corpus, I would need to invest at least 1 lakh a month for the next 20 years. That's what the graph had shown us. But you're telling me that there is another better way to do this.
Look, if you have 30 years in hand, which means you are currently at an age of 30 or you're sub 30, that's when most of us start our earning journey. At 25 years, 27, 28 years, that's the time when people start earning. If you start right at the time when you start earning, and you park aside only 15,000 rupees a month, Sonia, right? And you give 30 years to your investments, you are fairly well set to achieve a 10 crore corpus. That's 500 rupees a day. If you were to break it down per day kind of an investment, it's 500 rupees a day. It's cost of a pizza today in a city like Mumbai, right? So if you can...
Not even that. Pizzas have become very expensive now. Okay. But wait, the trick is here, right? Yeah. This rate of return, 15%, where can I get that?
No, so even if we take a 12% return out there, right? So that's 1,000 rupees a day. Yeah. If you have 30 years in hand, and I'm not computing if you are increasing your SIP by 10% every year. And I'm assuming all of the investors will go through a cycle of increments, will go through a cycle of bonuses, so on and so forth. And they will very well keep increasing this amount. It will not remain static. So if you start with a lower amount also, let's say you can't start with a 30,000 rupee amount, you start with a 15,000 rupee amount, but keep increasing it. If you give that 10% increment, the number of years required reduces dramatically. So that's the whole thing. The whole trick is to start as early as possible. Start with your first paycheck. If you delay it, the process gets delayed and the end accumulation.
15% rate of return, right? It's not very ambitious if you think of it. What is the mix of investments that I need to make between mutual funds, NPS? A lot of people have EPF, but they also invest in PPF. Yeah. So what's a good mix to achieve that 15% target?
Look, honestly, I think equity is the only asset class which will kind of, or which can potentially deliver you that kind of a return, which is around anything upwards of 12%. Other than that, if you ask me whether PPF, NPS, EPF, any other small savings schemes or any other fixed income format will give you that kind of a return over a very long horizon, obviously not, right? That's more a different corpus and a different kitty. It's for your safety, for your smaller needs, for your regular needs, and for your immediate requirements. Let's say for a 3-year, 2-year kind of a goal. That is when you will park money in debt, right? So as much as required by your asset allocation, by your risk profile, keep that money aside. Keep doing your PFs and PPFs because obviously that's a good retirement corpus which will yield you years. So that accumulates at a different rate. But equity is the only asset class which will perhaps yield you higher than 12% returns if everything goes well. And obviously India as an economy is doing great. We all know that story and everything. But if you see Nifty trend for last, since the time Nifty was born in this country, the returns have been around 14.5% CAGR annualized. I'm assuming if the same story continues for next 30-40 years, you are fairly well set to achieve a rate which is higher than 12%.
Okay.
But to be very conservative, very, very safe, I would still request all investors to go with a 12% rate. Chances of you going wrong are fairly small out there.
Okay.